Greetings, everyone, friends. Karma Yoga, the yoga of action, implies that every action, absolutely everything you do or have ever done or will do, is done not for you. This task is performed with the purpose of honoring God. Once you make this shift in understanding, recognizing that you are working for Him, you cannot do anything less than your utmost for the sake of God. You are doing everything in the best way possible. This is an incredibly fascinating idea, and Vivekananda has provided detailed explanations on it in the majority of his work. I highly recommend reading his works. They are highly recommended by me to you. During Karma Yoga, while being with you, Vivekananda, I perceive that in reality, every single action we undertake is inevitably and inextricably linked to certain causes and effects that originated from our past actions, and these very actions serve as the driving force behind our future actions and experiences. To put it in different terms, there is unquestionably a type of additional, let's say, blockchain-like chain that exists within our actions and behaviors. Put differently, we consistently carry out specific actions that produce results and are an outcome of actions taken in the past, thereby demonstrating a continuous cycle of action and consequence. Once again, they produce outcomes, and these outcomes serve as the reason for subsequent actions. Therefore, it is advisable to pay attention to this, yes, and to immerse yourself as much as possible in understanding how present you truly are in this moment, how much you have invested in the task you are doing, how well you really realize and understand the consequences of this action in order to gain a deeper insight into your current state of being. If individuals contemplated these inquiries, I am certain existence would already be dissimilar, because the vast majority of troubles and difficulties arise precisely due to individuals' failure to ask themselves these fundamental and crucial questions. And when certain foolishness takes place, naturally, there is no notion that it will be the catalyst for the ensuing foolishness that follows. Accordingly, if you genuinely begin to grasp that all your actions are actually, in one way or another, the fruits, the consequences of certain, let's say, not random coincidences, that is, why specific events happen to you in this world, while different events happen to another person. Why is it so? What is the underlying reason behind these occurrences? It is crucial to delve into this understanding for a deeper perspective on life. We can say, most likely, because things turned out differently for a person, perhaps by luck, that's why everything is different for them. In actuality, my friends, each and every one of us actually experiences exactly what is supposed to happen. And it happens precisely like that, because the causes of these events are actually rooted in our past actions, in our thoughts, in our patterns of thinking, in our emotions. And if we dig deeper and further, the reason for our ancestors is a consequence of who you are, that is akin to the concept of karma. There is such a thing as family karma that influences our lives. We had a series of lectures on karma, and in case anyone is interested, you have the option to rewind and watch the complete recording of everything I said about it. In action, a crucial moment is realizing that you are aware in this moment and can genuinely dedicate your entire self to this action, 100% or even 200%, prepared to offer 200%. If you can truly accomplish this, yes, you have the ability to perform what you are currently doing flawlessly, and consequently, the result of your action will be the most favorable possible. In fact, there is a theory that an individual only does what they are capable of doing, only in the manner in which they are capable of doing it. If he could perform better, he would perform better, but he executes as he executes. And in this, my acquaintances, there is an intriguing grain for reflection. Can you genuinely perform better? If you possess the capability to do better, and you necessitate a stimulus for that, you need to have some comprehension of what and why you are giving your actions to God. It is of no consequence how you envision it, your opinion of it, or any other considerations that may arise. Envision a superior, highly evolved mind that bestows upon you the gift of life, infusing everything in your surroundings with a profound sense of spirituality. By realizing yourself, your finiteness, Your imperfection, you strive to express yourself to the maximum, to excel in what you do, demonstrating that you can do better, that you have awakened, that you are not merely a biorobot mechanically performing tasks. You have the ability to make extraordinary efforts and fully dedicate yourself to the current action, making it the best it can be. Through self-awareness and embracing your limitations, you unleash your potential, constantly striving for improvement and pushing the boundaries of your capabilities. Embrace your humanity and unleash your true potential in every endeavor. Then the outcome of this action, the consequence that arises from this action, will be much better and significantly improved. Rather than if you, as if in a usual manner with an understanding that it will do, execute any action or task that is required or necessary for the desired outcome to be achieved. And ultimately, of course, when transitioning into the observer role, you can perceive that the actions you are currently engaged in, you are not actively performing, but rather simply observing. Furthermore, these actions occur spontaneously without any deliberate effort on your part. In that particular scenario, having acknowledged your mechanicalness in breathing, in action, in thoughts and emotions, moving further deeper towards the observer, you take a serious and significant step towards yourself, towards enlightenment, towards realizing the true essence of what karma yoga truly is in its entirety. And returning once again to the work of Vivekananda with you, I can confidently say that he is a truly remarkable person, and the things he wrote, they penetrate so deeply, they are so sound and, let's say, serious, looking into the heart, into the mind of a person. His insights are profound, his wisdom is timeless, and his impact is immeasurable. They comprehend that I once again endorse the act of touching this remarkable work and dedicating time to studying it thoroughly. Actually, the story of Vivekananda is somewhat tragic. He passed away, I believe, before reaching the age of 40. Let's say he attained enlightenment at approximately 28 years old, I believe. According to the story, as I heard from the legend, the situation was such that his teacher, Ramakrishna, who was not known to him at that time, was sitting in deep meditation, completely absorbed in his spiritual practice, while the protagonist remained unaware of his presence. They, along with a, let's say, group of disciples, were leisurely strolling around an ashram where the revered spiritual leader, Ramakrishna, was engrossed in profound meditation. And at some point, approaching him, Ramakrishna jumped up, knocked Vivekananda, then just a student, off his feet and placed his foot on the head of the already lying person, saying, "Where have you been for so long? I have been waiting for you here for such a long time." After that, he wrote all these works. The story is strange. It's a tale of enlightenment, sort of Zen Buddhism. In reality, they're all more or less like that, yes. Someone hits someone with a stick, a shovel, a melorepa, there in the mountains, smacked him on the forehead with a boot. You annoyed me asking for enlightenment, took off the boot, turned around, and hit him. With a shoe, a heel, yes, even that enlightened at that moment. In reality, all of these stories, yes, they are a little similar. The meaning is that an individual who has matured, a person who represents a prepared ground for the seed of knowledge to ignite within them, for such an individual, just one invasive, let's say, initiation is sufficient. Yes, such an initiation, which in turn, if the ground is ready, if the disciple is ready, yes, the transformation happens quite quickly. Yes, these energies, and the person stops identifying themselves as a personality altogether and begins to speak from the perspective of some other essence, thereby experiencing a profound shift in their perception and understanding of the world around them. Regarding myself in terms of all of this, we can perhaps describe it as a deeper analysis is required to fully comprehend the disintegration of my own personality. Although I am not rushing to break through, the experiences I gained in Nepal, India, and through various scars as well as my encounters with enlightened individuals, have given me a rough understanding of the topic. Perhaps it is my intention to maintain my own structure and prevent my personality from falling apart that allows me to observe both the emptiness and the part where I, Valentin, am sitting with you. These profound connections shape my perspective. Personal growth is a process that requires time and reflection, and I am grateful for the insights I have gained along this transformative journey of self-discovery. I am currently talking. What do you call it? I do not know. It could be enlightenment, confusion, or perhaps something in between those two states. In any case, I completely understand what these people are talking about. As for me, the words of Vivekananda are truly profound and meaningful, and I highly recommend everyone to delve into this work. It is an invaluable source of wisdom and inspiration that shouldn't be missed. In terms of my comprehension of karma yoga, I would like to reiterate that the fundamental element is action. It entails initiating actions with the intention of serving God, and gradually, as one strives to execute every task with utmost precision, unwavering presence, and complete awareness, one starts to perceive the illusory nature of personal identity. This realization unveils the robotic essence inherent in the mind, thoughts, breathing, and actions, highlighting their lack of true inherent existence or individuality, which takes place entirely on its own. Recognizing this and perceiving yourself as an observer, you reach the peak of karma yoga and attain awakening through this wonderful practice. Work on yourself, my friends, and embrace the transformative power of this profound journey. Grow and evolve. Take inspiration from Vivekananda. Embrace the power of light and love.